Hello everybody and welcome to Tier 2's race at Germany this evening. Joining me tonight is Jacob Meister.
G'day everyone, hopefully we have a good race tonight. It's looking pretty cloudy currently.
Hope you enjoyed the Tier 1 race if you were watching. Apparently it was pretty interesting.
Apparently? We were in it. No, it was a great race. Do check it out if you haven't. A lot of stories in the session as we have somebody leaving this session.
Well, he should be able to rejoin.
Anyway, just waiting for first cars to come out. So we've got Matt leading the championship on 155 points and Ali 15 points behind. Those Red Bulls still dominating the championship, but Skins with his win last week, not far behind on 125 as I do hear engines revving up.
Yes, I wonder if Madingo will be the first one out. We will see. Ferrari maybe the first one out.
I don't see a Haas. Oh no, there we go. No, he's a bit late this time. Yeah, second's fine sometimes.
So Red Panda, the first one to head out on the hard tyre.
Yeah, and he'll be looking for a bit of redemption this week, won't he?
He will.
Are we looking at a dry qualifying race?
So apparently light rain.
For a race? Or...
Yeah, apparently so. But I think it's going to dry out. So similar to the Tier 1 race.
It's even better because not only the drivers have to have a good wet pace and just do well in the wet, but also switching over to the dry conditions just makes it so much more interesting.
Yeah.
So we have Red Panda just coming around the last few corners, coming through the stadium section now. Coming around the last couple of turns here to start his flying lap, the first of the field. And right at the start here, this first turn is going to mess up a lot of people, I can tell already. The Red Panda's got it sorted. If you run a bit wider, it's very easy to invalidate your lap there. But he's got it under control as he comes into turn 2. Important to get a good exit here for this long curving piece of road. There you go. DRS open into overtake. Getting pretty close to 330 k's an hour. Hard on the brakes with this hairpin here. Very easy to not get a good exit out of him. Just a little bit of counter steering there to get that sorted, but all good. Coming around with its right-handed now. Pretty tidy lap so far. Important to set yourself up for a good exit out of here. Tiniest bit wide, but no big deal. Hard into 5th there, going for the right turn. Back into the stadium section once more. This is looking pretty good so far. Only a hard lap, but looks like it'll be a good time as he comes around this last turn. Don't want to go too wide there, he's got that good. And a 113 free. Good time on the hards.
That is a good time on the hards.
Father didn't go for 115.9 on the softs. Probably not really a representative lap there.
Just dropped down to CK on the medium tyre. About to head into Sector 3 now. Oh, he's gone wide. Ooh. And onto the grass and the gravel.
If you touch that gravel even a little bit, the car just will disagree with you. So honestly, good save there. It's very easy to lose it when you get to that point.
Getting out of the way of Combat Rat there.
Matt's hitting a 14 free on the hard tyre as well. Combat will just be crossing the line as well.
13.5 on the medium tyre.
Nice. CK getting his lap done. He just backed off there for a Renault, but it looks like the Renault had backed off as well. It's a bit awkward.
Just on board with Gerald at the moment as he comes through the hairpin. Sachs with the
Sachs,
fastest lap, 112.9.
So a lot of people running very different tyres, and considering the light rain, I'm not sure if it's at the start or if it's, well, I guess we'll see. If it's at the start, you'd expect everyone to qualify on the softs, and that's probably what we will see as we get through the session with 12 minutes left. Pretty good sector 2 time here for Gerald. Coming for the last few turns, bit of a lock up there on his front left. Still looking pretty
There
neat
is a
though.
chance that they selected the harder option of tyres, so they don't have that many softs to go through.
Yep, I did that. Yep.
I did as well.
13.5 there for Gerald as he crosses the line. Yeah, so under normal circumstances you'd see a medium to hard strategy. Under dry conditions, as Ali sets a 1:11.7, that's a very good time on the softs. So people would go for the harder selection of tyres before they start, but that throws you off if there is rain, which is happening here.
Just dropped down with Kunai on the hard tyres at the moment. He's been putting in a lot of work, trying to get as much performance out of the car as he can. He's been looking at a lot of telemetry, trying to find where he can go faster. So hopefully he's able to translate that into some good points.
And also be hoping that the whole wet conditions isn't going to throw him off too much. His skin's a set of 1:11.6. Two drivers out there, a second ahead of the next runner, which is Ali, or Saxon, sorry. So Kurno comes around the last couple of corners now with his hard tyres. These laps aren't necessarily representative, but good to get a feel for the track as he sets a 14.2.
Getting out of the way of the car behind Toro Rosso.
Bunch of people diving into the pits here. Zerg's about to cross the line, but don't think it's representative of time either. No, Senor, he's starting a lap now actually.
Who is, sorry?
Zurich, sorry, but he just invalidated.
Okay. Well, Red Panda is on his outlap and he's on the soft tyre. Coming through the third sector at the moment. There's a racing point trying to get out of the way, which is Skins.
Race winner last week in Great Britain as well.
Yes.
Looking to repeat that success.
So here we go. Turn 1, the big test. All the way down into 5th. Sounded
Wow.
like a double shift there. So
Yeah. Don't think that was intentional, but it was pretty clean all things considered.
he got away with it. He got away with it. Time will tell. He's up 3/10, so it obviously didn't cost him too much.
Maybe
So
it
many
wasn't
different
intentional?
ways of taking turn 1 as well.
Yeah. It's very true. You can kind of get almost all four wheels up onto the coping, but at the same time your car can get spat out at the same time.
Yes.
It's very setup sensitive taking the turn as well, so there is so many different ways as you said.
Very risky as well, because sometimes you can feel like you're taking the corner the same every time, and sometimes that curve will just spit you out. So
You're going to see that the bane of a lot of people is Red Panda is a second up right now.
he's purpled the second sector.
This is looking very quick. He's using every little bit of the road here. It's just a joy to watch. That was really good driving, man.
And it's pole for the moment at 111.5. A 10th clear of Skins, who's a 10th clear of Ali at the moment. So good lap there.
And that third sector was great.
Let's drop down to report. I think he's missed a couple of races, so hopefully he can get some good points to try and get himself back in the running.
Yes, his first race since Monaco actually, where he retired. So a bit of an absence, but good to see people coming back every time. It is the Williams way to take that corner, by the way, guys.
Mid-corner oversteer.
And that is pretty common to slide over that if you don't have the right setup or you're too aggressive into that turn. That's the best case scenario, honestly. Yeah, it does cost you a 10 for 2 every time. Comes into the hairpin now, down to second. Taking an overtake through that hairpin as well. Into hot lap now. Coming in through the left-handed. You can kind of cut this, although if you want to or not, it's a different story altogether because you need a good exit here for the last couple of turns. He's 6 tenths up right now, so should be an improvement again. Okay, look on the inside into that right-hander coming into the stadium section, but you can get away with that. That's probably as far wide as you can go in those last couple of turns. Let's see what he gets. It's a 12-2. Good lap.
Cruised by 8 tenths, so good lap there.
It's very much on the ragged edge there.
Kunai going out for a run on the softs. Let's drop down to the Tier 1 commentator.
Hopefully that Ferrari does not get in his way here.
Oh, he's run wide.
Oh, no invalidation, but he's lost so much time, he'd be backing out.
Yeah,
surely.
he's lifted. He's lifted. He's
So
boarded
everyone
that
has.
lap.
Yep, so everyone switched out onto the softs. As expected.
I think Big Al is going to be the next one to start a lap. He's currently in sector 3.
Yeah, bit of an up. Oh, Skins and Saxa. There's some trouble with the hairpin here.
Oh dear.
And Skins has a 5-place grid penalty for something to do with Saxa. He's just gone way off. I don't know what happened there. There was a McLaren involved as well. I'm not sure. And Saxa's just stopped. So get disqualified now. I think we're fine. Multiple sitting laps though. And just saw combat race
retired for the session.
that was in the pits. Looks like it was purposeful. May have used up all of his soft runs. 5 minutes left to go now. Everybody will be on their last runs pretty soon.
Dino just getting out of the way there. So he's improved by 7 tenths through to the second sector.
This track is rubbering up pretty nicely. People are starting to get faster and faster around here.
This will be putting him close to the 11s as he takes a fair bit of curb there, unsettling the car. Crosses the line, 111.6, so that's up into 4th place. Very nice last sector there, improved with a substantial 3 tenths. So
5 thousandths away from Skins as well. And that's not uncommon around here. Short laps mean pretty small gaps between lap times.
I think Skins is going to be coming into pits. Matt's invalidated. Ali's in the pits new as well.
Skins has stayed out.
Kunai jumps up into 9th place with a 112.9.
So Red Panda's 111.5 still holding true, but one more run to come for Red
CK!
People.
Oh, he's up by 9 tenths and puts a couple of wheels in the gravel, but keeps it going in a straight line.
Sees the lap through. Oh, that's a bit wide, but he gets away with that. And he's still up.
Yep, up into 11th.
Yeah, so it must have cost him in his last sector in his last lap, because he just made a lot of time there, but... Oh dear. That last turn, if you put too much of your car out into the left curb, it is very easy to invalidate there as well. Very surprised he didn't invalidate actually. Good lap though.
Forgot. Currently on an outlap as we near the end of the qualifying session.
Skins has a 5-place grid penalty, so Agal is effectively third right now. Skins will drop down to 8th. Still a few bit of qualifying to go. Skins just stops at the track, letting people through here.
Don't get disqualified now.
Yeah, he's just moved it forward a little bit just for the exact reason, actually. Keeping the car still for too long will get you disqualification.
Oh, this is Toro Rosso coming through.
I don't know what he's waiting on because it's not
I
like
think
he's
he's
waiting
out
for
of
his team.
fuel, maybe. Oh no.
No. Want some clear air, fair enough.
Let's see. Oh, we've got Newell now. Coming into the final sector. Getting him to start his lap. Currently in 6th with 1:12.0.
Far off the front runners, has to be said.
Okay, nice speed, hitting the apexes. He's just up on his time by almost a tenth. Skins is facing the wall.
He'd really facing the wall though, as Newell coming in through to the end of sector 2. Very clean, but is it fast enough? He's up 2 tenths.
Takes a lot of curb there, gets away with it.
Takes very shallow line, it can cost you. See what he gets here as he comes across the finish line. Well, that's an improvement. It's a 11.9, sorry.
So gets into the 11s.
He'll push for another lap, but I don't think he's got enough ERS to... Oh no, he's backed off.
Red Panda, the current pole sitter, on a lap at the moment. He's up by a 10.
Behind him, Matt has invalidated. Now he's on a lap though. So he's just trying to protect his pole position right now. As it is, it's not too far away from everybody else that time. Qualifying is showing his offer, but we'll wait for the checkered flags to show up beside their names.
Panda 111.5.
Slight improvement. Gotta wait for Ali here.
Was it crashed Alpha after turn 1?
Oh dear.
So Red Panda says that'll do.
Ali, we're just starting his lap now. And Al is invalidated.
Yep. So we'll drop down to Big Al. Coming into the hairpin.
Slightly up, but it's enough to get up to third if he goes... Oh. Skins has enough as well. And there's those checkered flags, so the session is officially over now.
It's up by 2.5 tenths. Purpled that second sector.
Looked a bit dodgy coming into their right-hand turn. Slowed down a little bit too much, I feel, but perhaps he's fine, don't know.
Not taking as much curb as last time.
He's still on the throttle too, but...
Oh, 111.4!
Now watch Matt here, and that's the only one that can dispatch that.
He's gone a bit deep. He's gone off the track.
That's very wide.
Keeps it planted.
Don't think it's enough, but...
It does improve, but not enough. So, that concludes qualifying for Tier 2.
Coming into a wet race, Big Al will be very happy with her pole position.
Yep. hopefully just hoping for a good start. So Big Al taking pole with the 111.4, followed by Red Panda just missing out half a tenth in second, and Matt in third, 1.5 tenths down. Then we've got Ali, Skins, Newell, Report, CK80, Saxa, and Combat rounding out the top 10. Just missing out there was Kunai Zero with the 112.9. Then we have Psycho, Gerald, Zudix, Cordino, Farmer Dingo.
Skins picking up the 5th-place penalty as well, so that bumps Newell up to 5, and Skins goes all the way down to 10th place. Pretty unfortunate there.
Yeah, BJ, it was. Very good final lap there. So we can see the rain is definitely coming down. Very similar to the Tier 1 race start.
And even with light rain, it's very hard to see at the start of the race. It's going to be very tricky for the first couple of turns. Everyone's going to have to be careful more than fast around here.
Just while we're waiting, if you're watching and you haven't clicked that follow button, if you could, that'd be really good. Really helps us out. If you're enjoying the content and the racing, it's been pretty good the last couple of days, especially that 2010 series. Whew.
So we just wait for everybody to confirm their strategies, fuel loads and whatnot. The main kicker is we don't know how long this rain's going to last for. They have a rough idea, potentially, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. So these intermediates, they'll last maybe around 20 laps, probably.
Yeah.
That's what it was telling us, roughly, anyway. So it depends on, especially even safety cars, which is what dictated the change for us, but back in Tier 1, check that race out if you haven't, but it depends on so many things. If this rain sticks around, then it could just be a soft run to the end, or you might have to stick it out. You may have to be on slicks on a wet track. Anything can happen here.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting race, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, ours said it was going to be only dry right at the end, but you know, we were only a couple of laps in and we got the 10-minute message that it's going to start drying up, so...
Yeah. So, in the game, there's like a wee sort of calendar thing that shows you like 3 different stages of the race, if it's wet or not, or what the weather's like. And it was all wet for us until the very end. But then we get the message probably around the formation lap that in 10 minutes it's going to start drying up. It's insane. So, can't be totally sure what will happen here. Take everything with a grain of salt around here.
We've already got a couple of people in the group.
Oh, yes. CK and Saxa. I tell you, starting with cold tyres is nice, but also very important lap this. Get a feel for the track, feel for the wet. A lot of people don't practice wet driving around, so this is a very important lap for a fair few people.
Yeah, because the cars feel so different in wet conditions. So, especially trying to start on cold tyres. I think we had a couple in the Tier 1 race, and I think they got involved in an incident at the start because, you know, their tyres just won't be ready for Turn 1.
Indeed.
Especially in these conditions.
Sure. Another smaller thing, for those that are running traction control, maybe even without, I'm not sure, but fuel's going to be a bit tricky because you're just going to keep running out of fuel even if you keep it in standard revs. So if this rain does persist, then we may have some people trying to actually save fuel towards the end, but we'll see what happens. Still got 3 to 4 laps of this race to run.
Fuel consumption around here is very high.
And DRS.
Yeah.
Although in the wet it doesn't seem to be as bad, so again, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's because the braking zones are longer and you're not coming in as hot and taking longer to get on the power, so you don't quite use as much battery.
Yeah, more chance to harvest as they all start to grid up now.
3 of the top 4 cars, all Toro Rosso and Red Bull.
Well, hey, the lone Ferrari, the Maverick, Red Panda, looking to do better than retiring since last week. Skins down in 10th for the good penalty. see how we go here. Lights about to go out now. 5 lights.
And we wait, and we are racing.
We're away.
And the Haas and the Ferrari get very interesting starts.
Yeah. Williams had a really good initial start. One of the Red Bulls going wide there.
Oh, we've got a Racing Point of Skins turned around at turn 1.
Oh no.
I think he's avoided
Contact
any
between the Red
possible
Bulls.
wing damage.
Bit of contact with the Baji, but everyone's okay. No wings damage from what I can see. The real test is this happen though, getting the breaking point right. Somebody goes way too deep, that's it.
Oh, we see a Ferrari going for a big move. There's very, very slow through there. There's lots of contact. People trying to protect their wings, but they all seem to get through.
I think that was Newell there that was just turned around sideways, slower than everybody else. Oh, Red Panda goes very sideways, catches it. A lot of people going very sideways out of their right-hander actually.
So Red Panda's taken that lead.
They've all kept it relatively clean, it's good to see.
Skins, luckily, not too far back from the train.
Still plenty of race to run. Now the Williams of report is up into 3rd, and both Red Bulls are down to the 5th and 6th. And the yellow flag, that's Ferrari, that's Red Panda!
Oh no! He's put it into the wall!
These guys did, okay, phew. That would have been disastrous, jeez.
Let's see if he's got any wing damage. Doesn't look like it. So he's got away with that one.
Wow.
Pardon me.
He would have just spun it going into turn 1 and luckily avoided the wall there. But Big Al is now the race leader. Report in 2nd, Newell 3rd.
I know when I came into turn 1 for the first time at full speed, I was very, very cautious.
Oh, you have to be. Don't know exactly what it's going to be like. Zerdix gets into 10th, overtaking Psycho.
Newell runs a little bit wide. Now Amelie's going to try and apply the pressure.
Oh dear. Red Panda and Farmadingo are just fighting. I think Farmadingo's lost the nameplate because of that. If I were Red Panda, I'd be pretty frustrated right now, but jeez. A couple of deep breaths, just take it easy. Got plenty of time to get back into the race. So they come out onto the front straight right now for lap 3.
So Newell is missing an end plate on the left-hand side.
Oh dear. And who's behind him? That's 2 very angry Red Bulls that want to get by. But at the same time, you've got to do it cleanly. It's not easy to pass in the wet here.
And there's no DRS to help them get by either.
I tell you, Ali's got mode 0 on his DRS. Now he's turned it up. I was going to say, just leaving it at 100%.
Oh, Ali very close, having a look. He's going up the inside. You're trying to close that door. Yeah. The other Red Bull having a look now around the outside. 3 wide into the hairpin. The Racing Point wanting to get in on this action.
And Combat Rat's in here as well. Hello. And Newell tries to slot in.
They're doing their best. They got away with that.
I don't blame Ali for breaking a little early there, but Matt tried to make the most of it there. Ended up working in the end though, of course.
Well, he gets himself past the Renault of Newell.
We have a yellow flag, that's Kunai. Way off onto the...
And he's missing a substantial amount of wing.
Oh dear.
He's going to have to pit, you would think.
I was going to say, it looked like he dropped a few places, but that may have been from a previous incident actually, because he was dropping back a little bit.
Farmadingo missing that in plate as well.
Oh, and a mark. That's Gerald. Oh no.
Oh, he's missing a lot of his wing as well.
A lot of things are happening.
Trying to be careful, rejoining. And he's coming into the pits. Good decision.
Amongst all this, Red Panda's managed to get a few spots because of that.
Red Panda's missing some end plate now.
He's very eager to get
Oh,
back
Skins, very opportunistic. Oh, the Alpha getting squeezed out there.
Oh, Repender.
Oh, Skins making that move.
Yeah, Repender just lost the back bit there. Got compromised enough for Skins to go by. That's for 11th. But Gal still outraced later by 3 seconds.
Skins closing up to the back of CK80 now. Having a look up the inside, but nothing on offer there. CK runs a little bit wide. Oh, they come very close together.
And Skins and Red Panda have buckets of pace compared to CK. Be very eager to try to get by, but again, it's just not easy to pass well in the wet here.
He's going to have to wait until turn 2, most likely. Maybe turn 3.
It's Big Al and Report still holding strong in second, followed by Ali and Matt, the Red Bulls, third and fourth, Newell in fifth. Still sticking with that damage, I suppose. Fair enough. And Combat Red right behind him in sixth, and Burley in seventh. Good stuff.
Skin's going to have another late dive. No, he's hold station for the moment, trying to get a better exit so he can have a run on him into turn 3.
And he does.
Having to take that outside line. He's got it in overtake. He's giving it full beans as we see the the Ferrari and the Toro Rosso battling there side by side. The Racing Point and the Haas. Racing Point has got that move done and is now looking at the back of Zudix.
Very hard once you're on the inside there to get a decent exit and stay ahead of the attacking driver.
Oh, CK runs wider again, opening the door for Red Panda, and there's contact. But they get away with it.
Yeah, Red Panda's still got wing damage, so he's still charging. It's impressive.
Skins right on the gearbox of Zudix now. Having to claw his way back. He's only just got back to where he started.
It's been a very much an uphill battle for Skins. 5th place penalty down to 10th at the start. Spin out, go back to the back of the field, and a few seconds of that. And now he's in a pretty decent spot now, but he's got to keep fighting.
Toro Rosso going very wide there. Opening the door for the Racing Point. Let's move up to Saxa, shall we? Who's putting the pressure on Cool Dino, who's up 8 places.
Ooh. Just saw Williams jump a little bit. So, potentially interesting, Gerald and Kunai are on fresher intermediates. Now, they're gonna, you get 3 sets of intermediates, I think?
I believe it's 3 sets of inters and 3 sets of pits.
So they'll need to pit again, but they can potentially stay out longer if they need to before going on to dry tyres.
That's right.
And that can play in later on, but they are very far behind as it is.
Well, at the moment it's still raining. We do see a little bit of blue sky, but for the moment the rain is still coming down.
And this Williams of Report is very vulnerable to alley right now.
Might just jump up to the Red Bulls for the moment because they're right behind Report. He's got a good run on him.
I don't know if that's a client.
Oh, the other Red Bull coming in very hot. Pulls it up just in time. Oh, that looked like it was going to be nasty, but got away with it.
I think I have a revving bug with Williams here. Never mind.
Oh, he's having a look.
Wide. Defends that racing line, but he's going to be wide here. But again, there's not much you can do about it when you're behind somebody like that. Just don't get enough of a run to really make anything of it. The Skins is now up into 8th for taking Saxon. And Red Panda's gone back down a few more places. He's pitted.
He has.
So, just what we were talking about there, potentially being able to pit later on. If he can claw back enough of that gap, which he has the pace for, then I mean, he could be back in the fight later on.
Red Bull getting so close to the back of that Williams.
Ali's a bit conservative of a driver, but I'd love to see him try a little dive bomb on Williams if he gets a good exit here. So that's what you need to do, really.
Oh, you're going to have to make a move now.
Yeah.
Forced to the outside again, side by side.
Oh, and I think Ali was a bit generous in leaving the court that much room.
Look how tight these cars are at the moment.
I just saw a yellow flag. That's a racing point. That's Skins off. And he's back down to 12.
We have a virtual safety car.
They maybe due to debris, I guess? Is there... Oh, yeah. Skins has lost a lot of wing. I think he's red wing, actually. Yes.
I'm guessing from where he stopped, he's got on the power too early coming out of turn 4 and hit that curbing. Has just put him into the wall.
The VSC probably isn't going to change anything strategy-wise. People just stay out, you'd imagine. I don't... Oh, yep, there we go. It's already lifted, so there you go.
Yep, so back racing.
And Skins is working very hard to even try to turn this car. Wow.
Nothing worse than trying to drive a Formula 1 car in the wet with no front wing. I can tell you that much.
Okay, anyway, Ali very close to this Williams once again.
Oh, he's got a good line out of there.
This is way better than last time.
He's going to have to take that outside line.
Tell you what, he's got enough run here. He may just be able to take him outright. I think he has. Move back over. I dare you. Go on.
Looks like he's got
that's
it.
fine.
The Williams looking to get the cut back, but not quite.
So Ali into second now.
Good defending there from Report, though. Didn't make it easy for them.
Very true, very true.
Now let's see if he can stick with Ali. At the moment, Big Al out in front by 4.1 seconds.
Skins pitting for a brand new front wing. Not losing time by having to take the old wing off, I suppose. But... So lap 10, a couple of wee little battles still going on, particularly for 7th place right now. A 5-car train there, and also the interesting battle now for spots.
Matt almost loses the rear end there coming out of turn 1.
Oh, just cut to that, yeah.
Oh,
here we go.
he thought about it, but he pulled it up. Now, can he do anything? He's right behind him.
He's got a good run. Side by side.
Who could be braver on the brakes?
Looks like it's Report, but Matt has that inside line.
But the Williams is going to get that better drive out of the corner. We'll just drop down with Psycho and CK. Psycho's just made the move.
Red Panda sitting the fastest lap of 125 flat. And up into 12th as well with that. And
Psycho been putting in a fair bit of practice as well. Really struggling with that turn 1. But seems to have got a hold on it for the moment. Hopefully that's not a commentator's curse. I'm going to go follow Gordino now. So I can't be held
you're
responsible.
supposed to say that part. But he's on the points right now. He's doing pretty good. Lap 11 of 34.
Just made the move on CK, who I think is still carrying some damage.
Oh no, his wing's fine.
Is he?
Yeah. I think it was Farmadingo with the damage.
Yes, you may be right. So tyre wear is going to start coming into play now. The car won't feel quite as grippy.
This rain has not been letting up as well.
Yeah, see, I think it was starting to ease for us around now, so don't know what's going to happen. Red Panda with the new fastest lap of 1:24.8.
The quarter Matt side by side out of the hairpin. Oh, and the Ford nearly loses and hits Matt, but he hits him.
Oh, people trying for that undercut.
So yeah, they were crisscrossing each other 2-3 times over for their hairpin. It's great to watch, but Ali is just speeding away thanks to this. And Big Al, well, he's holding station out front, 4 seconds ahead. Can Ali perhaps dip into that lead margin a bit?
So, report getting a bit drifty there.
Oh, Matt. Oh, no, Matt.
Whoa!
Oh.
That is a very brave move. Luckily, they both come out of that unscathed, but
Magic Hot is there, far out.
I mean, that's a brave move in the dry, let alone the wet.
Well, if you've got the run, I suppose, why not, I guess, but...
Yeah.
Has to be said, he's lost a second to report now, so it's a bit of time he's got to spend trying to get back to him. As we see our first 3-second time penalty. That's 12 laps. Good job, guys.
Yeah, cool Dino. Unfortunately, taking that penalty will drop back down with CK and Psycho, because Psycho trying to make the move. He's already gotten past Cool Dino.
He may have been compromised on his exit onto the straight due to that.
Oh, Psycho's gone very deep. And he's lost an end plate.
That was a very heavy impact there.
He's going to be under a lot of pressure from CK now. CK having a look up the inside.
I mean, it was the right time, but I mean, the execution. He's got plenty of time to overtake Psycho here. So.
Well, he's probably seen that end plate come flying off and knows that he needs to get past.
Can't be held up, indeed. So lap 13, rain's still going here. And Ali has just slowly started to dig into Big Al's lead now. It was 4.2 a couple of laps ago, now it's 3.7. Although it's only going down very slightly.
And now he's got some clean air.
Yep, and Report's still holding that roughly half second gap in that.
CK having a look up the inside.
Oh, hello. A bit deep though. Does Psycho get the retake? Yes, he does.
They're side by side. Great battling between these two. Not wanting to give up that place.
Psycho's going to have to brake earlier here. If his front rim being damaged, it's going to affect his braking zone here.
Oh, still side by side these two. The Haas getting the better traction out of the corner, but he's still trying his best to stay in it, but eventually has to yield.
My bad, Psycho with the broken ring there, but yes. Oof.
Great driving from those two.
Indeed.
Leaving each other just enough space. So jump back up with Matt, still trying to get past Report. And he's now 6 seconds behind Ali. So this is really hurting Matt's race.
This is because he was just hanging on to the back of Ali, not doing anything crazy. But here we go, he's got a good run here. This is a more orthodox chance than turn 1. He should do this pretty easily now. And he has. So that's third place, and I think the rain's eased off a little. Oh no, that was just me switching cameras. I don't know.
I think it's actually stopped raining.
I'm still getting raindrops on my... Oh no. No, you're correct here.
It stopped raining.
Okay, well the track will still take a few laps to dry out, and for us, a few more laps than usual. It's hard to tell exactly, but they'll have their crew chief, Jeff.
they launched
Beginning
this
of
game, they did say that they changed their programming, so it's not always, you know, a certain amount of laps until it's a dry track, so it's kind of random. You kind of got to wing it a little bit and listen to Jeff. Jeff can be wrong.
A general rule of thumb though, once the DRS is enabled, then it's probably time to go into the slick tyre here. Also depends on where you are on the track as well. Some people can get caught out pretty easily by it.
Combat's right behind Newell.
He's just stuck behind Newell. Hasn't really done much as combat. Just gets a little slidey for turn 1.
Newell is...
He's holding 6th place.
Sorry?
He's just holding 6th place pretty well though.
So Newell's still with that front wing damage.
Wow. True, wow. Good job keeping 15.
They are starting to catch report now as well.
Oh, wish you... Oh, Red Panda just overtook CK into turn 1. Oh dear, wish I called that earlier. He's charging again.
We'll drop down with Red Panda because he's right up behind Cordino, forcing the issue. And then takes that defensive inside line. Cordino going very late on the brakes, trying his best. He tries the cutback, but forced to the outside. Psycho with the 3-second time penalty.
Red Panda was very generous in giving him some room there, but still managed to get it done nevertheless. So now that the rain's stopped, it's all about this crossover point now. When do you switch to slicks? But it looks like we've still got a bit of time now. Spray still coming off the driver's wheels, the car's wheels.
I'd say it's still a couple of laps away.
Yeah, Farmadingo has just gone for a total Hail Mary and got into mediums.
It doesn't seem to be working out for him.
He's got to stick with it though. You can't go and pit again.
Well, there does come a point, and we've lost Psycho.
Last turn. And that's at the pit wall, trying into the pits.
The safety car. We have a safety car.
And combat rate with 5 seconds for colliding with Newell. Obviously, due to having to slow down.
Oh, you can see, we just saw Psycho there in the tyre wall.
Yeah, and people are going to dive in. You're going to have to. This is what happened in Tier 1. Check that if you haven't, by the way.
So it'll be interesting to see. We'll bring up the tyres now and see what people pit onto.
So, will the track dry out? Will you gain time?
Skins is on the mediums, and Kuno's put on the hards. Big Al coming into the pits as well.
Yeah. It's a game of follow the leader right now, I think. So mediums should last as we see report Newell and Combat all dive into the pits.
Yep, everyone's pitting.
Oh.
So the Red Bulls had to double stack as well. And Matt has been held up in the pits.
Oh dear.
But he does get back in front of report, so he doesn't have to make that move again.
Yes, every intermediate runner looks to be coming in. Farmadingo doesn't gain anything from this in the end because he was lapped. It's such a shame, that really is. And Red Panda with 5 seconds, and also condolences to Psycho. It's not really a way you want to go out of this race.
I almost feel like telling Farmadingo to just punch it past the safety car.
I think he can. I think he has to stay behind Ellie though.
Yeah, but I think if he can push it past the safety car, then he is now effectively unlapped himself.
Yeah. But he also could be disqualified if he isn't allowed to.
Possibly. But it still gives you the counter to return the position.
Oh yeah, that's true, that's true. And then again, it's easy to say from here. Farmadingo may just be resigned to his fate right now. So. What a master stroke, though. Coming a lap before the safety car and everybody has to put up the dry tyres.
Yeah.
Also, hang on, Red Panda's still in intermediates.
Oh, he put on fresh inters. He didn't change it to dries.
Oh no. Because right now, the crew chief, Jeff, will be yelling at him to stay on the inters. That's what happened to us in Tier 1. Because the track is not ready for slicks, has to be pointed out. It's still too wet for slicks. But you lose less time here by going onto the slick tyre and letting the track dry out during the safety car period and for the couple of laps where you are racing. And Red Panda does have to dive in again. And he will be with the field, hopefully. Well, so that margin between Big Al and Ali has disappeared. They're going to be right by each other coming into the start of the race. It resumes.
Red Panda comes into the pits.
So some people have gained and some people have lost out from this. CK80's up into 8th place. Gerald in 10th. Some people are right back into it. Kunai was way out of the race earlier. Now he'll be able to catch up to the back of the grid and try to do something. Another thing to point out, the two front runners are on hard tyres and everybody else behind them mediums, all the way down to Zudix in 9th and Kunai as well in 14th. These hard runners may just get swamped, but with this track, you don't know. It's going to be who can handle wet conditions on a slick tyre. And even though it doesn't exactly look that wet, it's still going to feel a little slippery to the drivers right now. It looks like it's going to go around at least another lap for the safety car.
Almost feel like jumping down, telling Farmer Dingo to try and overtake the safety car.
I mean, you're at last. I mean, why not, I guess. You don't want to be that person that's just sort of getting out of the way for everybody else.
Yeah.
You never want to be the one left.
They really should let lapped cars unlap themselves. Hopefully that's something they can bring in for the 2020 game.
Definitely, because especially in the modern era, we've seen that a lot. People getting lapped all the time. Ooh, hello. Farmer Dingo just sort of broke a bit lately and nearly overtook Ali there.
Well, he's ghosted now, so he really can't be hit by anybody.
No.
And it's looking very dry now as well.
Yeah, it is. Looks like it's dried out a bit quicker than it did for us Tier 1, as Matt has hit report. Or reports hit Matt. What?
And the safety cars coming in this lap. Kunai and Couldino have almost caught up to this field.
They should catch up as Big Al will hold up the rest of the grid, so the safety car into the pits. Oh, that's bad. It's a 10-second penalty there.
They've almost caught up. They're right there.
And
Big Al has put the foot down.
Bit of an average start there. Ali's right on him as they start lap 30 of 34.
And Farmer Dingo just gets out of the way.
And Panther immediately into 10th for attacking Gerald on the front straight. Zudix and CK trading places, and Red Panda overtaking Zudix as well. Don't know if it was a bad exit. And Skin's making the most of it as well. Zudix is in 3 places in one corner there, but he's right side by side by Skins right now. Report and Neil also fighting for 4th.
The Red Bulls almost have it coming together. Can the Racing Point get past this Renault as well?
They're all going rabid along the field. Jeez.
Racing Point's got the inside line. But the runner shuts the door.
Oh, looks like there's been an incident with the Marco Enduro and Skins, I think. They've just dropped a couple of places. It's been at the hairpin. I don't see damage on the Racing Point, nor the Mark. These front runners on the hard tyre still keeping their spots. Small margin back to Madden for a place. And this restart is not favourable report as Regal sets a 123.1 on the soft on the hard tyres, right? And Red Panda says nope, 120.8 on the mediums. It's up to 8 already, jeez, he's charging.
He's having a look at his teammate here.
So this track's pretty much totally dried out now, and the people with the dry pace are really starting to show here. And Skins, it's actually just making it easy. Fair play. Skins gets a free second time penalty for corner cutting. Cody's looking at Paul Dino here for 10th.
Oh, you just see the braking difference between Red Panda and Combat in that shot just then.
Don't know if Combat geared his car up more towards a wet race than a dry one, but it must be a setup thing to Red Panda to have such a...
Oh, there's a bit of a twitch there from Red Panda again.
And Big Al's dropped down, he's in 5th. Ali is now leading the race. Don't know what happened there, if he just ran wide a little bit.
He seems to be very slow. He's on the hard tyre. Maybe that's what he's done wrong. His report gets a 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings.
It'd be more than that to lose 3 spots in a couple of turns. Could have made some mistake as Ali in the hard tyre is now leading the race, 0.6 back from that.
Red Bull 1-2.
And Red Panda in the 6th place now, that's side by side with Combat. Combat says no, I'm going for 6th.
Red Panda going down the inside.
Does he get it? Oh, no way he pulls that up, that's great.
He pulls it up, but who's going to have the better exit? Looks like Combat has the better run. He's running very, very tight. I don't know what line he was trying to choose there, but definitely wasn't the optimal one.
I didn't
Sacks
think
are
Red Panda was
closing
going to
up
pull it
now.
up. I didn't think he was going to pull it up. That was great.
So Combat in a Ferrari sandwich at the moment. Kunai's got himself back in the points as well.
Good work from him, especially on the hard tyre as well. Perhaps he's been Matt sets a 119.1 followed by a report for 119.4. These fast laps are going to roll in hard and heavy here.
So just jump back up the top and have a look at this Red Bull battle.
Yes, they've drifted away from report and Mule. Yeah, he's still... Oh no, it's on now.
It's now enabled. So game on now. Red Panda, he's having to go it out.
Oh yeah. Not quite getting a run.
They've all got DRS. Oh! Oh, big fake there from Red Panda. He gets that move done.
This is some BDE from Red Panda. This really is. It's great. Love to see it.
Big Al trying to have a look back, but on those hard tyres. But who knows, towards the end of the race, if Big Al can stick with them, he should have the tyre advantage.
Towards the end, yes, he will have better tyres than these medium runners, that's for sure. Although the fall-off isn't extremely massive on these medium tyres. Again, we'll see how it happens as we enter like 24 or 34. There's not much left to go on this race.
10 laps to go. Matt, new fastest lap, 117. Oh, Red Panda, 117.7.
He's right up on Mule, Red Panda. This has been some recovery drive, I tell you. No matter what way you spin it. Red Panda's made 3 pit stops. He pushed off the wrong tyre during the safety car period. He's like down and out almost.
Newell holding that inside line, forcing Red Panda to go around. Oh, they come very close. Oh, Newell stops it from going into the wall, but he loses a bunch of positions.
No damage critically. Down into 7th. And Red Panda's wasting no time on the report. There's 2 Red Bulls still very hard up top, but no moves being made yet. You feel met on the medium tyre, you try to make the move sooner rather than later, but perhaps it just isn't a chance.
Isn't going to have any DRS to defend with, so it's going to be under a lot of pressure.
These hard runners just set fastest laps as Red Panda get the 3-second time penalty, and that's massive in the grand scheme of things. So these hard runners have got the same pace as these medium runners actually. Interesting to see. But perhaps the track hasn't 100% totally dried out yet, who knows.
Ooh, very close there. The Toro Rosso now having a run. 3 wide coming down into the hairpin. Oh, there's contact. There's an end plate gone. There's more contact. More contact. Oh. And the Toro Rosso of Big Al from nowhere jumps both of them.
Report the biggest loser there, losing the end plate and nearly getting spun around.
Has he lost both of his end plates?
No, just one.
Just the one? Ooh.
And now Combat Red's hounding him for 5th. It's very unfortunate, man.
He was sitting pretty all race.
I feel like he's struggling for pace in these dry conditions.
Yeah. He's coming into the pits.
His fastest lap still being set around everywhere. Big Al is currently the fastest man out there for 1:16.4.
Who's under pressure from Red Panda yet again.
Yeah, the 3-second time penalty. Also big in the context of things is now Ali's got a cushion. How's Red Panda go here? Both of them into mode 4 ERS. Red Panda with the inside line. He's going to make it stick. Does Big Al do the crisscross? He doesn't get a good exit and Red Panda gets third. Oh no, hang on, never mind. That's how Rise and Slander.
Side by side. Oh, there's rubbing of wheels. But they get away with it.
Good racing from the 2 there. Skins are taking corner from 9th place there. Both from the points, pretty good considering their races.
Zudik's just outside the points at the moment, in 11th place.
I pulled down to 14th. I feel like he maybe could have stuck out and tried to deal with the damages. Called in like it's a 3-second time penalty. Pitting just sort of resigns you to finishing down at the bottom. But perhaps he felt like it had to be done, I'm not sure. There's Red Panda's fastest lap there. So that 27, Ali still in the lead. Matt 4 tenths behind him. And 3-second gap to Red Panda, who's already gone past Big Al. Did I miss that? Oh no, that's right, he's lost that.
And the Red Bulls are side by side. Has Matt gotten past?
Yes.
Big Al and Red Panda at it again, side by side. Oh. This is getting feisty.
Oh, this is some great driving from the leaders here, some great battles for them.
Up 27 to 34, so it is getting towards the end of this race now.
This battling gives a chance for some of the other drivers, such as possibly Combat and Newell, to have a look at the podium spots, maybe. Two very interesting key battles right now though. Matt and Ali and Big Al and Red Panda.
We'll jump back up with the Red Bulls. Really, Ali doesn't need to overtake him.
No, he just has to stay within that, well, 1 second margin, really. Within 3 seconds, of course, but keeping within DRS will make his job a lot easier. And Red Panda, he's got a 3-second time penalty, remember. I don't believe Big Al does. Big Al.
Yeah.
This Red Panda sends it on Big Al and gets it done.
He is certainly going gangbusters tonight. He's Red Panda. Now, can he close up to the Red Bulls?
And with his penalty, it's more than getting a 3-second margin to maybe Matt, but staying out of range of Big Al mostly. Breaking DRS is the key thing right now for him. And Ali does seem to be drifting away from Matt during the last sector as Red Panda sets a 1:15 flat for the fastest lap.
And he is closing in these Red Bulls as well. What was 3 seconds is now 2.2.
He's definitely closing up fast enough.
Jump up with these Red Bulls, 3/10 in it.
Yeah. Ali's got a great big run here. Let's see what he can do up the inside maybe. Nope. Pep balls out last minute. Doesn't need to make that move.
I don't know if I'd be wanting to distract my teammate. If you know he's got a 3-second time penalty, you're better off working as a team and pulling away from Red Panda.
Indeed,
Safety car! Report! Oh no! He's lost it coming out of turn 1.
And it just caps off a, well, an unfortunate race really. Very into the race I should say, because he drove pretty well to get to that point.
Well, I don't know what I would do here. I don't think the safety car is going to be out for too long. Maybe 1 or 2 laps.
You wouldn't pull in for softs. Nobody's got a gap. You all have to do it.
I mean, if you were Farmer Dingo or Cool Dino, you might.
Potentially, yeah.
Go try and take that fastest lap away from somebody.
I think
even Zudix or Gerald, they could do it.
Yeah.
Bit of a gamble though as well, because I don't know if there's going to be enough laps left for DRS to be re-enabled.
That's true. That's very true. It takes a few laps after the safety car pulls away. Skins pits, Q&I pits. Both with the same idea. They're within the top 10, but I don't think they pulled it back.
Gerald pits as well.
This will work to the benefit of Caldino. He'll take 10th place for now. I believe he's got a 10-second penalty hovering over him though.
So Caldino just gets through on Kuno.
And a bit of relief for the medium runners, who should be fine for tyres no matter what now. But this hurts those with penalties. This really does.
Oh, yeah.
Matt and Red Panda, 3-second penalties on both of them.
You can see that drops them down to 8th as we are. 9th.
Oh, that is killer. No, Red Panda's got some good pace, and Matt also not slow around here, so Matt can potentially pull out a gap, drag Ali along with him, but if Red Panda gets too much in a fight with them, then who knows how many places they can all lose. It's going to be very interesting after this restart.
So my gut says it might come in at the end of this lap.
Yes, the field is bunching up pretty quickly here, so it's seeming right.
This also gives everyone a chance to recharge their ERS for a final push to the end.
It's like 5 lap lobbies with the ERS, we just put it into pretty much hot lapping race.
So does anyone have a damaged wing? I think everyone should have repaired their wings by now.
Indeed. Not too many shakers and movers since the initial grid. Although Zurich has gone up 5 spots into 9th. It's good to see him with the points. And Combat's up 3 spots as well from 9th to 6th. And Caldino, of course, up into 10th and 15th.
Yeah. Can he hold on to that final point with Kunai on fresh softs right behind him? Safety car in this lap.
Indeed. There's a 3-second gap between 1st and 7th right now. So that's how much of a drop down these people with penalties are looking at. So how much time can they make up from this last 3 laps? It's a 3-lap sprint. This isn't about where you finish. Oh no, as Caldino gets a 5-second penalty for colliding with Zerdix. So he lost it then.
And Matt jumps now. And Red Panda is right on the back of Ali.
Matt gets very hairy out that last turn, trying to get as quick as possible out there.
So we've got 2 laps of racing.
And Red Panda immediately trying to get into the inside of Ali there. Not getting it done. Can't spend too much time fighting, if at all. Just needs to focus on making a gap to people behind him.
So we should have DRS on the final lap as Kunai on these fresh softs, having a look at Caldino from the get-go. The racing point of Skins there as well, trying to find a way past. Combat Rat with a 3-second time penalty.
Also very hurtful around here. These softs very quick, but fall off very quickly. So I had a question mark as to whether Kunai would manage to get into the points, and the answer is well, yes, he's going to be going hard here actually. And this Williams of Caldino is suffering down the 13th place, all these soft runners. And see that gap is starting to form already up front. Matt has a 2-second lead on Red Panda. So if we were to finish like this right now, it would be Ali and then Big Al. And then I think Newell. Combat Rat's got a penalty, he's out of it now. Still a couple laps to go. And a lot of time to pull out.
Now with a good exit. Sudik's holding the defensive line. He's got cars coming from everywhere.
Oh.
0 with a 3-second time penalty.
Like you feel like that'd get appealed almost. That's very harsh.
Well, the Mercedes runs very wide and locking up of Gerald. Has a look at Skins.
Skins bumping into the Merc there. No damage done. The Panda's got a second on Big Al, but he's getting held up by the Red Bull of Ali.
So as we start the final lap, DRS is enabled, so we'll jump up with this lead battle. Oh, as Red Panda goes very wide, and Matt gets another time penalty. Saxa with another time penalty.
And that blows things right out now, because Matt falls down even more. Red Panda gets another spot out of this pretty much.
But how far is Matt going to fall? 6 seconds? Whew. He'll be lucky to get points.
He'll be an 8th, I think. Ali first, Big Al second, Newell third, Red Panda's provisionally 4th right now. Matt's looking at 8th, I think. Combat Rat also plays into this as well. If he can stay close enough, he may just avoid.
What happened to Kunai? He's dropped down to 11th.
I know.
Zudik's into 9th, so still in the points on those hard tyres.
Anyway, Matt about to cross the line. First on track, but... Ooh.
Red Panda having a look, forcing up the inside of Ali.
It's not going to mean too much, but... Oh.
And Matt with the... Oh, there's his 5-second time penalty.
Ali Begal Newell and Nico Rupender in 4th. Combat 5th, Sector 6th. So Ali is the winner of this race and Begal.
Oh, Zunix just leads the massive pack of cars across the line. Gets 7th with penalties.
Oh no, Matt in 9th. Jeez.
Oh, lucky to get a point. Kunai taking out the final point. Oh, what a sprint at the end of that race.
First to 9th. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I feel for Matt right now.
That late safety car really hurting a lot of people there.
And benefiting others. Newell on the podium, good to see.
Yeah. Good for Renault as well, needing some good points in the Combined Constructors' Championship. But Ali taking another win. 2 Red Bull teams up there. Someone in Tier 2 needs to put these Red Bull boys in their place, I reckon. They're having too much fun.
And I believe Ali is now ahead in the points race as well.
So Ali taking the win there ahead of his brother Big Al. And Newell taking the final podium position. Just missing out there, Red Panda, due to penalties, followed by Combat, Saxa, Zudix in 7th place, CK in 8th, and Matt 9th. Kunai taking the final point in 10th. And we have just missing out Skins. What a disaster of a race for Skins. Had the pace, but just wasn't able to put it together. Then we had Gerald, Couldino, Farmer Dingo, Report, unlucky, doing so well all race. And then just it all kind of fell apart. Psycho as well, unfortunately crashing out and finishing in 16th place. Lots and lots of incidents. Just in case there's some reviewing for the Stewards Board. Well, I've been Bandcamp and Jacob Meister has joined me tonight. I hope you've all enjoyed it. We'll be back on Friday with our 2010 series race around where is it? It would be USA. Yeah, so tune in for that. And what's Hungary is next for the Tiers series. So yeah, we'll be back Friday and we'll see you then.
Take care.